So without further ado, let's do some healing around it. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you feeling inspired? I am. Okay. So first thing, labeling it. This is some stuff you guys might have heard of before, but it bears repeating. Shame, which comes in the form of we feel it guilty. It's that pang. We feel it in our stomach. It makes us feel small. It makes us not even want to go do things. Let's all label it right now. So I want you guys to give it a name, and you're going to write it down. You can call it Sally, Sue, Sam, son of a bitch, whatever you want to call your shame. Take a second, tune into your heart. It could be a silly name, whatever you want. What is your shame? Let's name it. And if you want, some of you can pop your name in the chat if you feel like you want to share. Sam, nice. Dirty, that works. That's fair enough. What are some other S names? Dumbass. Dumbass. There's so many naughty words tonight. I hope this is allowed, David. Punk, butt, MFer, bull poop. We'll just keep it light. All right, guys, this is a feisty group. I like you. Okay, so now anytime, so this is a neuroplasticity thing, the brain. If we call something mine, we're more attached to it. If we say the, we're less attached to it. And our brain takes that note from us. So whenever that feeling comes in, if you say the shame, that gives you a little bit of space from it. So anytime it's here. There's a very fine line because we don't want shame to be a bad thing. We're going to go in a moment to a tool that I'm going to teach you about feeling and allowing yourself to feel it. So we can call it all these silly names. And we also want to go, there is no shame in feeling this. It's energy that is moving through you. And the only reason that we stop it, the only reason we create a logjam around it is because we're judging it. And those of us that are carrying around, I'm not enough, feel bad even feeling that, right? But we want to give ourselves a little bit of space from identifying with it. And a wonderful way to do that is by naming it. So we say, hey, Shenanigans, hey, Sam, hey, Sally, I see you, but I'm choosing differently. And, Michael Singer, the great author and spiritual teacher, talks about this. He calls it, like, I know some of you on here have talked to me about it, the roommate in your head. So if you give it a little bit of a name, it helps create it as this thing that you're dealing with, not me. Because none of you are shameful beings. None of you are broken. I can say this wholeheartedly. And I don't even need to know what you've done with your life. None of you are wrong or bad. You are human. So the spiel I gave in the beginning where I spoke truth, right? You are enough even in your humanity. You're meant to make mistakes. You're meant to learn. You're meant to grow, right? The baby that's doing all sorts of crazy stuff because it's a baby, we have a deeper understanding. We're like, oh, that baby just threw something at the wall. Well, let me just teach them that might not be the best thing to do, but they're still lovable. So just because you've made bad decisions in your life or you're learning, your parents should have told you, oh, your behavior, let's adjust that, little babe. But you're lovable as hell. You're enough. You are worthy and deserving of receiving love in your imperfections. And if you were given that, you would know that reality. But this is just one plane of existence we're all swimming on. So there's a possibility for another plane of existence. And labeling it is a way that you can pull yourself out of it a little bit, okay? So we're going to do a tool right now. This is called somatic healing. This is one way that you can heal shame. So in somatic healing, we allow ourselves to feel the energy of whatever it is that we're experiencing without judgment of the energy. So when we feel shame, the first thing our brain wants to do is go, I don't want to feel that because it believes that it's true. And most of you on this call have probably experienced trauma when you were little. So our brain's smart and it goes, I don't want you to feel that feeling again. So I'm going to do every possible thing to create all these defense mechanisms so that you don't feel it because you believe that it's true. So you don't need first things first, you don't need to believe that it's true. Okay that it's here, totally fine, but if you believe it as God or as a messenger from the stars that's telling you you're a bad person, then you get into a whole mess. But when it comes, you become the observer, you become the soul, the essence that I was talking about before, that loving being or whoever you are underneath of your humanity. And you bear witness to it and you go, whew, this feels rough. This is old. This is hot. This is prickly, which we're going to do in a minute. And it's the shame. And I don't have to believe it. I don't have to resist it and deny it because it's just energy. But I don't have to sit down and have a cup of tea with it and go, yes, you're right. I'm terrible. You got to start playing games with yourself and you got to go, this feels awful. And it's telling me everything I possibly could believe that is true about myself. It's trying to convince me I'm terrible. And here's a thought, what if I just don't take it seriously? Over and over and over again. And I say, hey, old friend, you're here because you were passed down to me, but now you're just a bunch of circuits in my brain. And I'm that baby who's totally lovable and enough. And no one ever told me. But there's a reality where I can feel that in my bones as I heal and I open up to it. So I'm going to be a little bit brave. And I'm just going to be curious. What if I tell my private clients a lot, what if just for today, I don't believe you? And I go, you can use the word no thanks. So you can say, thank you for being there for me when I needed you, when you feel that feeling, and no thanks. No thanks. And I wonder who I am, who real me, who enough me is without this. Okay? So let's move back into welcoming the energy. So we're going to welcome the energy from that space of, okay, it's here, but it isn't who I am. I don't need to believe it as an identity. It's just something moving through. And the less I grip around it, the easier it moves. And then the more my true nature comes to the surface, my enoughness. Okay. So I want you all just to get comfortable a second. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. And trust me, you're in a safe space here with me. And if something doesn't feel right and you don't want to go fully into all of this, back up. Okay. You trust yourself with this. Take a couple deep breaths. I want you just to ask yourself, you're saying, hey, shame, where are you in my body? Maybe you notice a gripping in your stomach or something in your chest or your throat. There is no right or wrong here. Where are you in my body? Just keep breathing. I'm just going to ask it a few questions. Do you have a color? Do you have a texture? Is it wooden or icy or metal? Is it something completely imaginary? Does it have a temperature? Is it cold or is it hot or is it neutral? What other sensations or images or textures are here with this shame energy that isn't you, but just habitually hanging out? Does it move through the body? Does it stay stationary? Is it old? And all I want you to do is just to sit here for a moment with me and it, breathe. And could I just allow myself, can even repeat that after me, could I just allow myself to be with this energy for just a couple moments here with Jamie? Everyone else, I'm not alone. And instead of running from this as if it's true, I'm looking at it, oh, you're not true. You're just moving through this vessel that is me. And you're a bunch of colors and sensations. And it's like you're curious and you're with it, not judging it, loving it. Could you just be here with it without judgment, letting it shift on its own without you controlling it? It'll move on its own. Good. And I just want you to let this energy know, I'm sorry I misjudged you. I thought that you were true about me, but I'm just going to take a little space from you, my love, just a little bit. And I welcome you here because I know you must be felt and seen and loved by me to move. But I won't make meaning out of you. I won't make you about me. I am more powerful than that. I am the enoughness, the lovability, the unconditional worth that is behind you. And we may not be plugged into that space yet, but you and I are going to learn together. And I'll slowly begin to feel safer plugged into my depth and my power. And then you'll feel safer to come and go as you please. I'm sorry I judged you. I'm offering you love because that's what you need right now. And anytime you arise, I'll join you with my hand on my heart and simply say, hello, feeling, color, texture. I won't push against, I won't welcome, because I won't make you a bigger deal than you are. Moving through me, but not me. Today is a new day where we relearn. Taking a deep breath in, inviting this energy to continue to integrate and move at its own pace as you open your eyes when you feel ready. Knowing that you can come back to this exercise anytime you feel resistance to it. We're taught to, and our brain teaches us to run away from discomfort, especially when we feel big feelings. When we're young, we can't handle the big feelings the trauma gives us. But when we're older, we can. We say, if we were in a group right now over a campfire in Bali, you know, I'd say to you, who says this is too much for me to handle? Can't handle this. I know that feeling where it's just so much energy and so much pain. But as an adult, you can. You have support, you have friends, you have therapy, you have journals, you have meditation, and I am not invalidating your pain at all. I'm just telling you, you are stronger now. You are capable now. You have wisdom and sovereignty within you. You're not at the disposal when you're little of others around you, right? You can heal. You're an adult now, which is a really beautiful place to be, to say, when this comes, I invite it as energy. And then I set it free. I let what comes come. I let what goes go. Hey, that sounds beautiful and poetic as I'm saying it right now. Easier said than done. When I feel that and I'm like, feel like I'm going to explode, I go to my bedroom too. I put my hands on the heart and I'm like, I think I'm going to explode, but I know I'm not. I know I never have. And I'm just going to welcome this energy and say hello to it. And it's welcomed and it passes. So you have that power within you. So now we're going to do one more thing before we move into the meditation. I'm just going to take a couple minutes. And again, there's so many things I could teach you, but we're going to do a short round of tapping. This is another way to move energy in your body. So if you're new to tapping, what it does is it's using acupressure points on the body. It sends positive feeling signals to the brain, and it tells your body and your brain, hey, it's okay to relax around this trigger, around all this shame I felt my whole life. And it lets it release and it lets you come forward. Okay. So you can do this as often as you want for relief. Sometimes people do it once and they feel like a new person. Sometimes you got to do it a little bit more. So we're going to do a short round and then move into the meditation. Take a deep breath. And I want you to tune in on a scale of 1 to 10. When I say the phrase to you, I am not enough, because that's the biggest phrase behind shame. I'm not enough. Be honest with yourself right now. What number does it feel for you? 10 being strongest. I really feel like I need to achieve something, do something, be something, fix myself, change something in order to be lovable enough. Or 1, I don't really feel that way. I don't know why I came to this workshop, Jamie. So write down your number or remember it in your brain. And then we're going to check back in with this number after a couple minutes of tapping. Take a deep breath. Let everything go. Repeat after me. I release anyone's energy in my field that is not mine. I release any shame that I am carrying around that is not mine. I release any feelings of I am not enough that were passed down to me that are no longer serving my highest good. Good. So tapping on the karate chop point, the side of your hand. If this is weird to you, just trust me for a minute. All right. You're going to repeat out loud after me. If you're around other people, you can whisper this. This is fine. Even though, saying this out loud after me, tapping along the points, even though I don't feel enough and I learned conditional love and I'll never be enough. And I feel ashamed and guilty all the time. And I'm beyond healing. And I can't imagine a life without the way that I feel. And that's sad. I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I don't feel enough, I love and accept myself anyway. So you're repeating out loud after me, even though I'm not enough as I am, not lovable, not worthy, not deserving. I love and accept myself anyway. So we're saying these negative things to clear the energy around it, okay? Tapping on the points, top of the head. I am not lovable as I am. Eyebrow, no one told me that? Side of the eye, what do you mean I can walk into the room and that's enough? No, Jamie, I have to prove myself. Underneath the nose, I need to be impressive. I need to be more beautiful, more handsome, more attractive than I am. Center of the chest, all this embarrassment about myself. And that's so sad to me. If you're feeling emotional, let it come. Removing the energy. Be with what needs to be here tonight. I'm not enough. It's exhausting living in a world where my value is based on conditions. On top of the head, I'm overwhelmed by all that I have to do to be enough. I'm not happy enough. I'm not at peace enough. Side of the eye, I'm not smart enough, intelligent enough, and I am certainly not healed enough. Definitely not healed enough. Underneath the eye, I'm far from perfect enough. And I need to be someone else. I need to get there first in order to be lovable. I'm subpar, and my humanity is getting in the way of me receiving my own love and others' love, God's love. Center of the chest, I'm not enough. I have to do things to get love. I can't wrap my head around the concept of existing and getting love. Unconditional love. I didn't have that. My inner child is in a lot of pain. I can't have what I want. My needs don't matter. I'm not important. What I say is important. I'm not seen. I'm not enough for them. I'm not enough for you. I'm not enough for me. I need to be different. I am not enough. Deep breath. Let it go. Okay, top of the head. What if, repeating out loud after me, following along, you're doing great. Feel whatever's coming up. What if I am enough and no one told me? Oh my God, what a concept. Side of the eye, what if I'm enough? I don't know. I'd be open to that. What if our world is stuck in such an old paradigm and I'm the first one waking up to it from a small group, that I have value and I'm lovable and I'm worthy of everything I want, all the good, as I am, with my soul essence, in my humanity, with my imperfections and mistakes, and no one ever told me? What if I'm enough and that still means I can apologize if I do something wrong? I can learn things. I can grow. I can do life. But what if I don't need to suffer anymore to prove myself? What if it's okay just to love me? And I don't need to prove anything to me. I just need to know I'm enough and then follow my next inspired action to create for the heck of creating. I don't need their approval anymore. I can get it from me. What if it's safe to approve of myself and love myself? And then when I do it inside of me, then I attract others who do it too. What if that's where my solution lives? In unconditional worth, deserving love. I'd be open to being enough. That feels good in my body. It feels nice. I'd be open to that if that was a possibility. That feels good. And I'm okay being one of the ones that is a leader. I'd like to be a leader in worth, to start attracting really cool things and feeling good and healing my body. And then having other people come to me and say, "What are you doing?" Yeah, I'm feeling enough. I remembered who I am beyond what they told me. And it's great. I am enough. I am enough. I am worthy. I am deserving. And I release all this shame. I release it back through my past, back through my DNA, through my genes, through my ancestry. Letting go of all this unnecessary shame tonight, choosing to see it and not be it, choosing to love it through me, choosing to open up to who I am because life is short. I would like that. I'm open to that. That feels good. And it's safe. It's safe. Nervous system, I want you to know that it's safe to be enough. And I want to see proof of that now. I am enough. I am worthy and deserving of feeling love, feeling my own love. I am enough. I am lovable. I am so lovable in all of me as I am, dirty, messy, imperfect parts and all. Just as my dog is lovable when he does all the things he does that are imperfect, sloppy, messy. I am enough. Deep breath in. Let it go. Close your eyes. On a scale of 1 to 10, when I say the phrase to you, I am enough, how do you feel? Where is the number now? Hopefully it's come down. Sometimes it comes down a couple halfway. Maybe you're at a 2. This anytime you need to release this old energy from you and show your brain a new way because you have choice. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to end with a meditation prayer. We're going to set our intention for a new way of being 2021. Worthiness is the new cool, or pink. What is the phrase? I don't remember. You guys can tell me afterwards. Worthiness is the new pink. I don't know. Anyway. All right, take a deep breath. Get comfortable in your space. You can sit up, you can lay down. Let everything go. You've done a lot of healing already. Just imagine your body. So from your hips down, buried in the soil. Sometimes I like to imagine that I'm this potted plant or a carrot or a beet. And the top stems and grass or whatever it's called, the leaves are popping up on top of the earth. And then the rest of you is just planted right down in the earth, securely held, loved, nourished. Earth, I release anything I came here to release today that I'm carrying around that isn't my truth, my heart. I call back me tonight. Deep breath in. Let your body relax. A ripple effect of peace moves from the head to the fingers to the toes. And everything slows down. Offering yourself, and I am sorry for your pain. I see you. I hear you. I know you. You are brave. And I'm sorry that they didn't tell you before. But they are telling you now. And brains can heal, and you can remember this. And the rest of your life, little one, can be really, really good. And you can inspire and you can lead and you can love fiercely. Letting your body relax, letting the energy shift as you tune into your heart space. And I want you to set your own intention from everything we've healed and talked about tonight, regardless of whether you believe it's possible or not. What do you want for yourself? To know that you're lovable, to heal this shame fully and completely, to feel enough to know what that feels like that I speak of, to inspire, to heal. Put it out there, ask. Ask for what you're afraid to ask, knowing that every possibility in the quantum field is waiting for your call. Holding everyone's intentions in a container of golden light as we send them out to source. Gentle, easy answers in return that we are healable, that we may see it and not be it, and that we may have the utmost patience with ourselves on this journey. That we call shame out every time it comes by its new name, not as you, but as a thing that was passed down collectively that you came to stop. You wished to know its opposite. Tonight, you claim your power back as you take a deep breath in, feeling yourself planted in the earth, releasing anything else that you came here to release tonight. As you notice this beautiful golden sun pulling in above your head, filling your body, expanding 2 feet around you on all sides. I am me and only me. Feeling the connection between your body and the ground as you take one more deep breath into the whole body. Let it go. And in your own time, you can open up your eyes to the evening.